So what do you do in the industry and what takes up the majority of your time?
So I am a hairstylist, and what takes up the majority of my time is like prep work for the most part. The shampooing, the relaxers, the colors, the chemicals, the cuts. That's the lengthiest part of the process, and once you get all that out of the way, it's more so just like finishing what you've started.
What aspects of your job are most difficult and what parts do you most enjoy?
The most difficult parts of the job is time management, only because everyone doesn't respect your time. And beyond clients, like family members and things like that, or close friends, you know, you have a schedule to stick to. And when people don't stick to that schedule, it throws you off. And when you have so many people per day, nobody's thinking about your schedule per se, they're just thinking about themselves. So that makes it really difficult sometimes because you want to get everybody in and out in a timely manner. And when your time is thrown off, it throws everything off. And the most enjoyable part, I would say, is the relationships that you make and the connections that you develop, because you meet like all kinds of people. I mean, a lot of clients that you get, I mean, people see your work and stuff, but the most referrals that I get are more so word of mouth. A lot of people like to go by that personal experience and, you know, have somebody be able to vouch for their experience and their style and like the way it lasts and stuff like that. So I think that's the most enjoyable part, though, like making the connections and the relationships, because then your clients kind of turn into family.
How did you get into this industry?
I got into this industry when I was younger. My mother was a hairstylist, my grandmother was a hairstylist, and my aunt was a hairstylist, so I was like always in the salon. And then as I got older, I would assist my mother, and then when my mother was working in the salon with my aunt, I was assisting her, my mother, and some of the other stylists that worked in there. But it was just something that became a passion of mine, and I always liked to do it.
What advice would you give someone who's looking to break into this industry right now?
To just stay the course, because it can be like really, really, really rocky. And I think that a lot of people more so look at like the ending result more than the beginning. So like a lot of people that you see that are like these celebrity hairstylists, or, you know, they have like these large clientels and stuff, they've been doing it for a while, or have, you know, made those connections and networks and stuff that put them in the posture and in the place to be able to do so. So I think the biggest thing is just like staying the course, because it's not like a regular 9 to 5 either. You don't have like a set salary. There's no guarantee that every person that, you know, scheduled an appointment for that week or that day is gonna come. So you really don't know like financially what you're gonna have. But if you have the staying power and just, you know, let it take its course, you know, you'll get there, you'll make the money and stuff. But it can be discouraging and like make you kind of second guess, you know, what you're doing. But at the end of the day, if it's something that you're really passionate about and you stick with it, then you should be okay. And I know like with traditional jobs, they have like seasonal help and stuff like that, where you can pick up a job here and there and stuff. But it's the opposite for us. When the seasons come, people are focusing on like buying gifts and stuff like that. So where, you know, your salon might be packed all year round, and when Thanksgiving comes and Christmas and the New Year, everybody's buying gifts for everybody else. So getting their hair done is like the very last thing on their list, and they're not thinking about that. And then, you know, you still have to pay your bills and handle your business, but you have to figure out, you know, how to do it, because you're not getting all that you usually get.
How important do you think networking is in your industry?
Networking is really important, especially depending on the long-term goals that you have for yourself. I mean, some people don't want to be like big-time stylists and stuff. Some people, you know, only want to cater to certain people, and, you know, they limit themselves on the amount of people that they want to do and the type of clients that they want to have. And I mean, in that aspect, it doesn't really matter, because you'll get, you know, like a good few people that'll keep coming to you. But if you have like long-term goals that are like bigger, where you want to work on like the celebrity level, or, you know, in film or something like that, or just, you know, have like a bigger vision for yourself and your business, where you may not even want to keep doing hair, but you want to build your brand, networking is really important, because that will determine, you know, the people that you'll have on your team that'll make your brand what you want it to be, and then other people that you might meet that can, you know, connect you to other people that'll get you where you're trying to go. So I think it's really, really important, but more so for where you see yourself going.
What are your ultimate goals for being in this industry?
My ultimate goal is to build my brand. I like to do hair. Well, I love to do hair, but it's not something that I want to do forever. So right now, I guess you could consider it like my grind phase, where I'm just trying to build and, you know, establish the name of my salon and get it out there for people to see, you know, what Studio 1203 is and what we offer, and, you know, the ambiance, and just get the feel for the salon itself. And long term, I want to expand and possibly have a few locations in different states, and hopefully branch off into like a cosmetic line and a hair care line and a hair extension line. But eventually, I don't want to have to stand behind the chair to guarantee that I'm going to have income. I want to build it whereas though I can fill my salon with people that are going to bring in the income for me, but still fulfill my vision of what I want and see my salon being.
And one more question. Have you done anything as far as like hair shows or weddings or anything of that nature?
I haven't done any hair shows. I've been to hair shows, but I haven't done any. But I have done a wedding. I've done 2 films. Charlotte, one short film, Charlotte, and the other film, I can't think of the name of it right now. But I've done a few things that, you know, beyond like just everyday hairstyling, but I haven't had the chance to do a hair show yet.
And how different were those opportunities you got compared to just doing hair in the shop?
It's really different because the setting is different, the timing is different, the type of hair that you're doing is different. Like when you come to the salon, it's traditional, you know, if you're getting a relaxer, you get your relaxer, you get shampooed, you get styled, or if you're getting color, you get shampooed and you get your color, or you get, you know, your permanent colors and you get shampooed and you get styled. But when you're working on set, everything is like within a certain time frame. So you have a certain amount of time to do this, you have a certain amount of time to do that, and the actors and stuff, they come already prepared, so you don't have to do like the shampooing and everything, but you get the styling and you have to be able to have the styles last, but also make it where you can change it if it needs to be changed. And you basically have to be on call all the time because continuity is really important. So they may do some scenes and then have to go back and like piggyback off of that scene or redo it, but it may be after they've done like 5 different other scenes, so you have to be able to recreate that look almost exactly the same as it was when they first shot it, which can be a little tricky, but it's pretty different.
All right. Thank you for your time.